Hello, and today we'll be checking out the updated plugin for the Magento 2 platform-based web stores. That's the Magento 2 quote system or the request for quotation for the buyers within the single seller store. And today we'll be showing you the workflow of this particular plugin at the storefront of the Magento 2. So as you can see right now, I'm on one of the categories, that's the electronics. And here I have some products for which I have enabled the quote system, so the customers can set up their price, description, and the quantity that they want to purchase. So here, if I hover my mouse or any of the products, you can see we have the add to cart button. So now the add to cart button is visible to the customers at the storefront, be it on the category page and be it the product page. So here you can see that we have the quote this product button for this product. We also have the a button available here in the search results section as well. So before we proceed further and show you the workflow of this particular plugin, kindly do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates. Apart from that, if you find this particular video helpful, then do give it a thumbs up. Now, first of all, I'll be showing you how the customers would be able to request for quote from the storefront, and then we'll be seeing the rest of the functionality at the admin's end as well. So right now I'm logged into my customer account, and just give me a second for that. Let me once again sign into my customer account, and then we'll be checking the flow of this particular Magento 2 code system plugin. So I've just entered my customer details by entering my username and password, and now we'll be logging into our customer account. And here we are on one of the products, as you can see, for which the customers can quote. So let's quote for this particular product. So to do so, you can go to the be it the product page, the search page, or the category pages where you can find this quote product. So you'll have to just tap here on the quote now button, and right now it shows that I've not logged into my account. So let me once again enter my details, and then we'll be proceeding further to put a code for this product. So I'll just tap here on the sign in button, and now let me tap here on the code this product button. This brings up this particular prompt wherein the customer just needs to enter the quote details. So the customers can easily quote for the products within the Magento 2 store, and it is very helpful in ordering the store admin products in bulk, and the buyers can communicate with the admin for any queries regarding the quoted product itself. Also, kindly note that this particular plugin works with the simple, configurable, downloadable, and the virtual product types, and does not support the group products there. And now let's go ahead and let's enter the quantity, the price per item that we want to set as a customer, the description. Apart from that, the customers can add the attachments or the images as well, depending upon the file types allowed by the admin from the backend configuration of this particular plugin. So the admin also can set the minimum quote quantity limit, or the number of quote quantity that the customer should set so as to proceed further. So for example, we have the minimum quote quantity as 2. So if I go ahead and enter 1 and enter the price for this particular product, let me go, it's 889 actually, so we'll set it as 300. I'll set the description for the same, and if I want, I can add the images as well. So let me add one image or an attachment for this to show you how we can do the same. So here you can see that I've added the attachment, it's being uploaded, and we can add multiple attachments as per our requirements there. So let me add one more, and then we'll proceed further to send the code to the admin. So both of the images have been uploaded, and now you can see that I've entered the quantity that is below the set minimum quote quantity. So the admin has said that you need to purchase at least 2 portions of this particular product so as to quote it. So I've entered 1, and if I tap here on the submit, you will see that the value is not within the specified range. So we need to set up the minimum quantity for this particular product so as to make a code for that. And thereafter we'll just tap here in the submit button to submit our code request to the web store admin. And after submitting the code, you can see that the customer receives one mail with the details of the code itself, like the code ID, the quantity that you have ordered, the code price we set it as $300, the name, the SKU, the description as well. Now, after the customer has placed the code, he receives an email for the same. Now, whenever this particular code is checked by the web store admin, he can basically set up the response for the same. And after that, that particular code comes under the my codes section here in the bottom of the customer account panel on the left hand side. So right now, if I go to the my code section, it would display it as empty. Now, what I'll be doing is I'll just show you the rest of the flow there. So I've quoted one product there. You can quote the product from the category page. For example, let me show you that. You can go to the category page as I've shown you. You can search for a code product. You can quote the product from the product page as well. So here on the category electronics, we can code directly by tapping here the add to code button, or we can go to the product page. We can tap the add to code button from there, or if we have searched for the code product, we can similarly do the same on the search page as well. So here's the product page, here's the code this product. So we'll just tap here. We need to be logged into our account there, and then we can basically proceed further to place the code for the respective order. So now let me once again log into my account panel, and thereafter I'll be showing you the rest of the flow. So I'll just tap here in the sign in button. So if I tap here in the code, you'll set up your minimum code quantity, the price per unit, the description, add images, and then just tap here on the submit button to submit your code to the respective store owner there. Now let me log into the admin backend panel and let me show you the workflow here as well, the initial configurations and how the management of the codes can be done by the web store admin. So I'll be logging into the admin panel by entering my username and the password for my Magento 2 platform-based web store. Also, before proceeding further, let me tell you that kindly note that whenever we are quoting any of the products here and then tapping on the submit button, that particular product also gets added into the other cart, that's the code cart here. And if I tap here, we can generate the code from here as well. So for example, if I tap here on the generate code button there within the code cart, and you can see that the code is successfully saved. The code that I just placed before this, in that I just forgot to tell you that after we entered the details for the price, the description and the quantity for the code product, you can go to the cart there and then add it to the code, and then you'll find that particular one under the my codes as you can see right now. And from here the customer can check his code by tapping on the Webkul link under the actions column. So the actual price was $899. We have set the code price as $39. Maybe for the Nikon camera 8x zoom. The status right now is pending, and the customer can choose this, can delete as well, can search by the product names for the products for which he has quoted. He can filter them out, or they filter the quoted code products by choosing the status and tapping on the submit button. You can edit or delete this particular code as well. So for example, if you want to edit, you can tap here on the edit, click OK on the prompt, and then you'll be able to make changes to your code that you've already placed. So the actual price was $589, as you can see. This is the test to description. This is the image that I had uploaded. So right now you can see that we have $39 and the quoted quantity is 3. To update this, I can tap here and then make the changes here, and if I want to enter any message, we can do the same as well. Now before making the changes here within the code, let me take you to the backend and let's see how this particular code gets visible to the admin. So here I've already logged into my admin backend panel, and here on the side panel, after the successful installation of this particular plugin, the admin will have the Webkul code system, and under that he has the manage code section. Now let's go to the manage code section and let me show you how the admin will be able to see this particular code under the manage code section. And we'll just see the initial one that the customer has placed. Then we'll just edit this code detail here, and then we'll see whether it's being reflected there or not. And when the admin basically approves the code at that time, under the my code section here, the customer is able to see an add to cart button, and that allows the customer to add the particular code products into the cart for the quoted price itself. Now let's go to the code management section and in the backend, and let's see how the admin can find this particular code there. So here we are on the code manager section. The admin can also add a new code by tapping on the add new code. So right now here you can see that we have all of these codes. Now to check this particular code that we have just placed, I'll just tap here on the add new code button, and now you can see we are in the add code section, and here's the name Mariam. This is the code that we just placed with the ID 8. So let me check the products within the same. So I'll just tap here on the name there, and here's the code product that we have. And from here the admin can also add multiple codes as per requirement. So for Nikon camera 8x zoom, the actual price is 589. Let's add code to this. So I'll just tap here on the add code. So now the admin can also set up the code. So admin says 3 price is 45 and test 2 description. If the admin wants, he can add attachments as well, and then tap here on the submit button. And the code has been successfully sent out there. And here if I just filter it out, here are the 2 codes, and this one is for the $39 that the customer had placed. So now let me go back to this section, to the edit code under the customer section, and let me refresh the page once, and let's see if those details are visible here or not. So I'll just have to log in. I was just logged out of my account there, so I'll just enter the details, and thereafter we'll just tap on the login button. So here's the edit code page, the actual price 589, and here are the code details, as you can see. So this thing that I showed you from the admin can also set up the codes for the customers, and here you can see that the customer can also edit the codes, as I've already told you. So test to edit description, and I'll just update it up. Okay, we have sent the message as well to the admin. Now here you can see that within this code, now we have the conversation as well, and here are the code details, as you can see. So if I go back to the my code section, we can find this one for $39. So this was the first one that we did. This is the second one, the second code there. Now let's see how the admin can change the status for the codes. So for that, let's go back to this section. Here's the code. I'll just tap here on the view code now. Now it's not under the add new code. It now has appeared under the code manager after we have sent that particular one. And from here now we can see the name of the customer, and the code status is unapproved, the actual 589, quantity 3, actual quoted price 39. So from here I'll just edit this particular code under the code manager there. We can also print the code by tapping here on the print code option that we have. So here's the code manager. Here are the details of the same, the code description, the attachment, and the name of the customer, the customer's email, product name. We can, for example, let's approve it from the admin's end. I'll just send the message to the customer, approve the same. And if the admin wants, he can also attach some attachments here, and we've chosen the status now as approved. You can also decline the same. Now we can tap here in the update code thereafter, and below the code manager we have the code conversation. So here you'll find the conversation between the admin and the customer. So here's the one. The receiver was admin. The customer sent out the test to edit description. So now let's go back code manager. Let's update the code. So this was how the admin can approve the codes from the backend by going to the manage code section, adding a code, and then view code, and then he can basically approve the same. So you can see that the code has been successfully updated. Right now let's go back to the customer's end, and now let me refresh the page once. So under the codes here you can see now it says the status is processing and the total code price is $39. So let's tap here on the view code link under the actions column, and after viewing this particular code you can see that we have the Nikon camera with the item ID, the quantity, the quoted price, and now you can see that we have an add to cart button along with the data as well. Now if you want to make some changes to this as well, you can edit this up and then send out the message to the respective admin. Apart from that, you can also print the code by tapping here on this print code link, and that would print out the code details as well. So now let's add this product to the cart and let's make a checkout thereafter. So in the meantime, let's check the quotation that we have just the print quotation that we have downloaded. Let's see how it appears for the printing purposes to the customer. So the name, the quotation card, code card quotation, customer name, email, price, quantity, and the total. So let's go back to this one and let me add this to the cart. So actually it was for $589, but now as we have quoted the amount as 39 for 3 quantity to the admin has approved the code, and now we can purchase this product according to the quoted price. So we'll be adding 3 quantities to the cart, and I'll just tap here 3 quantity, so the total is 117. Now we can proceed further and can easily place the order for the quoted product there itself. Also kindly note that the discounts are also applicable on the quoted products there, and the discounts would be visible if a quote product is having a discount on that. So right now I have not applied any of the discounts there, so that's why it's not showing. It's just showing the cart subtotal. That's for $117 for the Nikon camera, quantity 3. So here's the order summary. Let's proceed further by choosing the shipping and then the payment methods, and lastly we'll just be placing the order there. So I'll just choose the cash on delivery, and now I'll just tap here on the place order button. Now after this, let me show you how the admin would be able to set up the code for his products and the rest of the initial configurations as well. So let's get to the admin backend panel and let's see the rest of the flow there itself. Alright, the order has been placed. Now let's hop onto the admin backend panel. So I've already told that we have the manage code section wherein we'll have all of the codes that are there, and the admin can add the codes as well. Now how to add the code to the product? So you'll have to go to your catalog, then products, and in the meantime let me show you the initial configurations. So you'll have to navigate through stores, and then you'll have to go to the configuration section here, and on the configuration page under the Webkul block you'll find this particular Magento 2 code system option here. So here we have the code system. I'll just tap on that, and that will bring up the configuration settings that need to be set up before making use of the same within your Magento 2 platform based web store. So here you have the code system settings, so you can enable or disable it according to your requirement, whether you want to have this functionality for setting up the code system for your products or not. You can choose to allow to use the discount while code products are in the cart, so you can choose a yes or a no as per your requirement. You can set up the allowed file types for the attachments as we've already shown within the workflow at the storefront. You can also choose to show the add to cart button. As you would remember, we have the add to cart on the code button as well. Whether you want to show the price or not, you can choose that up as well, and from here you'll be able to set the minimum code quantity that should be set up by the customer before quoting a product. Then we have the different quotation system transactional emails, like the new quote email template, quote status, quote message, quoted the quote edit mail. So I'll just show you the different mails also that we get. And now this was the initial configuration. Now we are on the product listing page. So you can add the code to a newly created product as well, or to an already one that you've just created. So for example, if you want to have it for an already created one, just open that particular product. On the edit product page, you'll have to scroll down to a section to apply the code to the product, and then you can set up the minimum quantity that should be there for placing the code of that respective product. So if I scroll down here, we have the code status, so you'll have to choose it as yes, and then set the minimum code quantity for this particular product. If you select it as no, you can then disable the code for your particular product. All right, so that was the workflow of the same. Now lastly, let me show you the email that the customer receives. So this is a new quote email that the customer receives that I've already shown you. Then this one is the new message that the customer sent out. This one is the status is approved for the quoted product. Here we have the link to the product as well. That the status has been approved or has been changed by the admin. So this email comes down to the customer. And lastly, after you place the order for your quoted product, you have the details as well, along with the quoted price. As you can see, for the quoted quantity there, actually it was for $589. Now the customer got it for $117 there. So that was much about the Magento 2 code system plugin. I hope it helped you out in understanding the flow of the same. If you still have any questions, queries, suggestions, or requirements, then kindly do get back to us at support@webkul.com, raise a ticket at webkul.com, or contact us through webkul.com/contact. And lastly, if you find this particular video helpful, then do give it a thumbs up, and have a great day ahead.